Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Made by BJax. I'm BJax, also known as Brittany Jackson. Whether you are familiar with my channel or you're new here, thank you for choosing this video. Even if you don't watch it all the way through, thank you for clicking on it. So today is December 31st. Today being New Year's Eve, I was doing a little journal session, a photo scroll back of 2025. And then I realized I had crocheted a ton of stuff, like a variety of different things. Things I had forgotten about, things that I now wear every day. I made a ton of gifts.
Just to suffer.
Things that I made for funsies, and a lot of fails, or unused items that I don't know what to do with, really. But anyways, as I was doing this 2025 look back, I was just focusing on my crochet, and I realized, why not make this vlog? So here's my first everything I crocheted in a year. We're gonna go through it all, starting in order, January through yesterday. I also want to tally up the amount of gifts that I freaking made. Everybody's probably getting gift cards next year. I would also like to show you that I have prepared for this. Take a look. So I'm about to scoot over and give y'all some space for the photos that I'm about to show you here. All right, starting strong, I had a crazy Sentro face. I made myself this really cute purple and purple checkered sweater. That was the first thing that I accomplished this year. I then made my best friend an altered version of it. It's different measurements. It's black and white. That was my first gift of the year. I then made my friend Mariah, who is also Stephanie's girlfriend, a striped sweater. So they kind of had like matching sweaters to fit their style. So yeah, I made some black and white matching sweaters for my friends. So this is now January 17th. I'm 3 sweaters into the year. I'm on a roll. I feel confident in making a tutorial. I do one more practice run with a sweater for my boyfriend. I even had him choose the colors. We went with blue and blue, but he wore it for Valentine's Day. Here's a couple of photos from that day. After I was done geeking out on my Sentro machine, I took a break and I was inspired by this mesh top that I saw on Pinterest. A ton of people have asked me for a tutorial for this, but because I was just eyeballing somebody else's pattern, I'm not going to do that. Go purchase her pattern though. I made this actually January 10th, so backtracking a little bit. It was chilling on a hanger in my closet for 11 months until I wore it. Finally sewed in all of the ends in a rush because I hate sewing in my ends. Guilty. January 23rd is my friend JB's birthday. I had the idea of making him this little creeper because Minecraft. Is this gift number 4? Stephanie, Mariah, boyfriend, JB. So 4th gift of the year, I guess. Next, I ventured off again. I created this random Persian tile. I was fascinated with this whenever I saw it on Pinterest. I immediately bought the pattern. I have this giant octagon that I don't really know what to do with. My friend had seen this octagon and she wanted one. Since I have never really crocheted anything for her, I said yes. I even had her pick out the colors. I drafted up a mock-up. I got 9 octagons in before our friendship fallout. So now I just have 9 octagons. So I think these would be considered fails. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them now because they're not going to be turned into a blanket, I don't think. Throw it in the whip pile. Finally, on my Sentro frenzy, I decided to make myself a fuzzy cardigan. And I actually surprised the hell out of myself with this one. This yarn, Karen Cloud Cakes, it works so good on the Sentro machine. Did not expect that. This was me making my cardigan. Panel mode and everything, it was so easy. I had a little bit of extra yarn after I made this cardigan for myself. So I had the handy dandy idea of making some ruffled socks. I had just gotten a pair of Doc Martin Mary Jane Eevees. I was looking for some ruffly socks online, but then I thought I have this leftover fuzzy yarn, why not make them? Felt kind of clownish. It just was too much for me. Next, I wanted to make a checkered sweater pattern. In December, I had gifted my boyfriend a green and green crochet checkered sweater. Can't count that in this year because that was, last year. But it was going viral and it continued going viral into the new year with tons and tons of requests for tutorials and patterns, blah, blah. So I tried to kind of like replicate it with a join as you go technique because let's be real, I used the blanket stitch to sew all of his squares together and that was probably the longest part. Sewing the 80 squares together helped me. Anyways, I got 3/4, 1/3 of the way through my second attempt of my join as you go checkered sweater. Didn't finish it. Fail. All right, next, I wanted a bag. I don't know, I was feeling bags. So I made a granny square bag with some acrylic yarn. Hated the texture of it. I don't know what I did with that. I think it's in a Goodwill somewhere. Who knows? I don't have it anymore. I didn't like it. It looks cute, feels horrible. So I recreated another one with Lily Sugar and Cream Cotton yarn. Love it. Use it every day. I use it every day. Love the color palette. It's great. All right, shortly after Valentine's Day was my friend Eliana's birthday. One thing I know about Eliana, she likes frogs. She has a whole series in her home of booty frogs. What I mean by booty frogs are just paintings of cute little frogs with fat, with fat. I don't know. Frogs are her thing, so I decided to make her some frogs. I looked up a tutorial on YouTube. As I was constructing these little guys, they truly honestly like brought me so much joy. They were so weird and interesting and easy. They were little lover boys. Hi, baby. How do you feel about the state of today's world? Is that right? Moving into March. So here's something wild. I guess the dopamine from the frogs did something to me, but then I decided to try and make a weenie dog. I love weenie dog sculptures. I'm not sure if I'm exactly a fan of the creature themselves.
Brother,
But I do like a weenie dog sculpture, and I tried to crochet one. This thing is kind of terrifying. I gave it a butt. Why not? Throw an ass on that thing. Then my friend Caroline came down to Arkansas to visit. It was her birthday. We threw her a little party. We had some leftover iridescent streamers, and I thought, why is there not a yarn that looks like this streamer? Can I make these streamers into a yarn? I did exactly that. I tied all of the streamers together to make a little granny square swatch. Super cute. Still have it to this day. It serves no purpose. It was a project for funsies, just to challenge myself. It was fun. Next, for the remainder of March, I began making mesh bralettes and writing a pattern for my very first tutorial that I ever released on YouTube. I've been feeling nervous about this one. I have all these YouTube videos, but no written pattern. I actually have never written a pattern. I took the time to finally do it. I went through every size. I sell these to my customers, so I'm just going to go ahead and make them. Why not? I got all the photos and instructions for all the sizes, and then I learned a few things from my testers from my first pattern test. It was cool. Coming back in because I missed the section. Early on in April was my boyfriend's sister's birthday. I made this Buy Pride top for a Pride festival last year, and she was like, I need one. And I was like, I gifted that for her at her birthday dinner, and she loved it. So yeah, I'm so happy about it. So while my pattern testers are testing, I have nothing to do. I create a story poll on my Instagram asking, what kind of pattern are you guys looking for? A set was highly requested, so I had that in mind. This design had been on my mind for a while. I had the sketch in the archives for a bit, so I decided to execute it. Here's the first prototype of my Phoebe skirt. I don't use my best yarn for my first prototype, if you know what I mean. I liked it, and I didn't like it. I learned a lot from it. Now I know what to do for the next one, which was the black one. Around mid-April, my pattern was finished up. I finished my black skirt, and I wore it out for the first time as a little date. My boyfriend took me on a date to celebrate my first pattern release, and that was so cute and so much fun. Moving on, I had already written the pattern for my caged halter top, which is my #1 video here on YouTube. I only photographed one. I had that all written up. Then I had pattern testers testing. So as that was taking place, I decided to try and make a matching Phoebe top button-up. It was actually going really well. The buttons, that part was really tight. The back was really loose. Didn't like the way that made it look, but I wanted it to have buttons. Now I own a steamer, and I might come back to that. I don't have any photos, but I did bring them to class with me for show and tell. Hold on. You see the bottom, how it pulls it upward? I don't know what the dealio is. I thought I was doing really good with my stitch counts. I had to put the border row along the side of my panels. I included extra stitches and everything. I moved up in hook size. Then I made it in another size for my boyfriend. Anyways, it looks like a dress or a robe cover up here, but it fits my boyfriend. Going into May, so for my mother, she had just started her new plant business called Just Jen's Oasis. She had gifted me this yarn, so I then made her a gift with it, a sign for her company, and I used her font and everything. So about a week or two later, it's my friend Rachel's birthday. She's actually requested this from me before. A Froggy Hat, super cute. She loved it. We're still in the middle of May. I get bored. Here comes a Funsies project. My grandfather gifted me a ginormous peep. There's no reason for a stuffed animal to be this big. I don't have storage. There was a lot of stuffing in it that I could use. So why not make a floor poof? Here's the process. Let me break it down for you. Sentro machine. Tubes. Big long tubes. Sew the tubes together into a perfect donut with a whip stitch. Stuff them with stuffings and then stack the donuts. And there's your insert for your floor poof. So I thought I made some granny square circles and some granny squares for the cylinder of my poof. I did nothing to keep them secured, so now I just have my perfectly crocheted cylinder with these two free-floating donuts. It was a cute idea. I got footage to make some content. I also used acrylic yarn, so it feels atrocious once again, and it's a lint magnet. But I got this cute picture of my boyfriend and my kiki. Moving on. We are now at 2 caged halters for my second written pattern. I thought I was on to my third written pattern with making a 2-toned corset, but I got sidetracked. So that's what I made going into July. I think I was moving way too fast with my pattern test. So then I went on a granny square bag rampage. I have 2 completed granny square purses and 1 almost completed granny square purse sitting in my drawer right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Moving on, I got a commission for a little tiny sprout beanie. Now we're moving into August, my birthday month. Beginning of August, I began recording the Phoebe skirt tutorial, and I just made a bunch of Phoebe skirts, just a bunch. Holy shit, 5 Phoebe skirts. Had to test out all the shapes, you already know. Next was my boyfriend's brother's birthday, and I made this little checkered bag for him. For Walker's birthday, he had a Survivor-themed party, and we had to do a bunch of games, and one of them was a rope challenge with a bunch of knots in it. That was really fun. They were about to throw away the rope, and I was like, that looks like a bunch of yarn to me. Probably a week later, I had a light bulb moment, and I started unraveling the rope, and I made my own bathroom rug. So this was a gift to myself. However, the tassels didn't stay tasseled on. Next, I tried some filet crochet. I was trying to do the bunnies because of the trend. There were bunnies that were jumping on a trampoline. Tried to make something cute and relevant with that sound. Started the first bunny, and then I gave it up because I didn't feel like finishing it. Then I was trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do with all these bralettes. I wanted to make them more unique so that I can maybe, I don't know, up the price a little bit. So I made all these motifs. They're still hanging there. After I released my Phoebe skirt tutorial, I thought I could either do that button up or I could try and do like a Phoebe/Lilith top combination. And I came up with this handy dandy look. I would throw that in the Funsies bin. All right, I had to go back and charge my microphone, and now it's dark. Wow, we're out of August. I spent a lot of time in August with these threads, and I did other shit apparently. August must have been busy. We're moving into September. My friend Poppy, who is having her engagement photo shoot in November, had this idea of this crochet set. She actually drew this sketch and asked me, she was like, is this achievable in this time frame? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, maybe. If you're me. No. Yeah, actually, I took it upon myself to make this her wedding gift. So I made her a bunch of these swatches. I asked her to pick one that she liked the most. She chose the dark glittery pieces, and I'm going to link patterns for those because those are not my pattern. The little teeny tiny white flowers, those are so cute and fun. I started thinking about my Halloween costume, which was my Megara dress. So as I'm working on Poppy's engagement set, I'm also building my Megara dress, getting content of both, of course. My first prototype for the Megara dress was not going that well. Great on my mannequin, but then I forget my mannequin is a size 0 and I'm a size 6 to 8. So even though it was looking cute and snatched on my mannequin, it wasn't looking that great on me. So I like the bust, but I had to undo the corset and the torso part. Sad day. We had to redo it. Version 2, awesome. My boyfriend also 3D printed the little medallions for the bust area. Halloween is coming up. The Megara dress is done. I'm throwing my first Halloween party, and I feel like that I don't have enough Halloween decorations. I needed a tablecloth, so I whipped up a spiderweb tablecloth in one day. That was really fun. It looks super cute. I also made this super badass spiderweb on my front porch, so I have to show that off. That's not a crochet thing, but that's the thing that I did. I was sad to see it go, because the very next day was November 1st. Decorating for Christmas began. I spent all of November working on this set, so this is it. And then I began working on this granny square skirt with a join-as-you-go lacy connection. This yarn also was gifted to me from a friend of mine, and I reached out to her. I was like, girl, thank you for this yarn. What the hell is this? She's like, baby girl, I don't know. But we both Google lensed. 10 minutes later, I had my order placed, and it was on its way to me because I had a vacation coming up. We were going to the beach. I wanted to wear this to the beach, so I whipped it up in like a day. After the poppy set was done, we went to the old mill for their engagement photo shoot. My boyfriend took their pictures, and our friend Flora handmade all of her jewelry. So this whole photo shoot was a collaboration between Poppy's creative friends, and it might be one of the coolest team projects I've ever been a part of, so I'm very proud. Fun stuff. I also made this scarf for myself for funsies. It took me a day. It was just a boredom buster. Now, vacation is coming up. I'm crocheting like crazy through every car ride, every plane ride, every like downtime that I have. I'm crocheting to make a sweater that you're gonna see in just a minute. It took me forever to finish this. So I spent all of vacation working with my new Amazon order yarn just to put it all on pause. I got back and got inspired to make these snowflakes as little gifts from our vacation. During vacation, I gathered all these seashells. We were all going to be meeting back up 3 days later, so I whipped all these up as fast as I could. Everybody loved them. I'm very proud of them. I have a video for that if you want to see it. I made a couple of beanies because me and my friends had a Sentro beanie making session for the holidays. That was fun. So I made 2 beanies. Next, I made a scarf for my boyfriend's sister-in-law. Her and I bonded a lot during vacation, and she said that she was looking for a red scarf, and I was like, ooh, let me write that down real quick. So she's also a bookie, and she'd be reading books. So I made her that cotton red scarf and a matching bookmark, and I'm very proud of it. It was so cute, and I wrapped it up while I was visiting my mom during Christmas Day, and my mom's boyfriend witnessed it. He was like, oh my god, can you make me one of those today? I ended up making it the next day, and he picked it up for me. They're so cute though. I made it for his mother, and since I was on a scarf binge, I made this green scarf for funsies. I'm not going to do the math right now, but I will later during editing. So here are how many gifts I made this year. And with all that being said, I will continue making gifts because they were all special and cool. But also, maybe people will get gift cards. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all for now. The sun has set, and I'm about to go have a New Year's Eve party. So, goodbye. Anyways, la-di-da. Oh shit. Hello. You want to be in the video? I've done a lot of talking. I need some water.